Solomonster here with an audio update on SE Scoops. We're not even a month into the new year yet, and already we have the biggest story in wrestling in 2024, as Kazuchika Okada, the ace of New Japan, one of the greatest of all time, is leaving the company at the end of this month. The announcement was posted late Thursday on the New Japan website. It reads as follows: Kazuchika Okada will be leaving New Japan Pro Wrestling after the conclusion of his contract on January 31st, 2024. We apologize to fans for the abrupt nature of this announcement, but join them in wishing Okada the very best in his future. And they also included a quote from Okada. This is what he had to say. "I have nothing but gratitude for having been a part of New Japan Pro Wrestling since 2007. And for New Japan bringing me from a 19-year-old kid off the plane in Mexico to the rainmaker I am today. Thank you to the best of companies in New Japan, to the best of opponents that I have been able to face here, and to the best of fans that have cheered and booed over the years. I promise to make it rain in every match I have left, so keep watching." Now, even though his contract is up on the 31st, he will still be wrestling some shows. He has some commitments that he will fulfill in February for New Japan. That includes the New Beginning in Osaka show on February 11th, and the New Beginning in Sapporo on Friday, February 23rd, and Saturday, February 24th. And it is very notable here, I think, that the naming of Hiroshi Tanahashi as president of New Japan was not enough to keep Okada, because there was some talk that maybe that was done in a way to placate Okada, who is not the biggest fan of Takami Obari, who is the previous president. But even still, he has made the decision to leave the company. And you could tell from their statement there when they talk about the abrupt nature of things, and they apologize to people for the abrupt nature of the announcement, that they clearly were blindsided by this. They did not think that Okada was going to leave. Okada is currently 1/3 of the never openweight six-man champions with Tanahashi and Tomohiro Ishii, and they were scheduled to defend their titles at the New Beginning in Osaka, but that has now been changed to one final singles match between Okada and Tanahashi. And it was at the New Beginning show in 2012 that Okada beat Tanahashi to win his first IWGP title. So that match is confirmed for February 11th. Instead, Okada, Tanahashi, and Ishii will defend their titles this Wednesday against Shane Haste, Mikey Nichols, and Kosei Fujita. To say that this is a major loss for New Japan would be the understatement of the year. This is their ace. This is their top guy. It would be the equivalent of someone the stature of a Roman Reigns leaving WWE to go somewhere else. The main difference being that WWE at the moment is stockpiled with major names and major stars, and if one left, you have others that can fill the void and pick up the slack. That's going to be a much bigger issue with New Japan. It's going to be a much bigger hill to climb, because not only are they losing Okada, but they're losing their top gaijin. They're losing Will Ospreay at the same time. And so all of a sudden, the future of New Japan as we head into the rest of 2024 has a very big question mark over it, because they have a lot of very young talent that they are starting to push, that have a lot of promise, but they're not there yet. How quickly is New Japan going to want to push them? What does that mean for their existing stars? They have other people who can step up, whether it's a Shingo Takagi, people like that. But it's going to be a very, very big problem for New Japan now going forward, especially when it looks like they were caught by surprise. They were not prepared for something like this to happen. Now, where Okada lands, we don't know. He has not said. Frankly, I'm not sure he's made that decision. I don't know that he knows in his mind for sure where he is going to go. He's still under contract. He would not have put pen to paper yet, although that didn't stop Will Ospreay, I guess, from doing that with AEW. There's no guarantee he's going to AEW. Tony Khan has been vague tweeting. He seems to be in a really good mood. It would lead you to believe that either he has him or thinks he has Okada. Certainly he's going to make a major play for him, and there are pros and cons to going to AEW and going to WWE. With AEW, he'll have a wealth of talent to work with, a lot of people he's already worked with in the past. There's an existing working relationship between the two companies. If Okada wanted to work more in the future with New Japan, he would be more likely to do so under AEW contract than he would under WWE contract. And I don't know what his personal situation may be as far as, does he want to move full time to the United States? He's got a wife, he's got a child. Does he want to uproot himself and move to the US, working in AEW? Again, like Will Ospreay, he may not have to move himself on a permanent basis overseas. As far as WWE is concerned, they have had interest in Okada for a very long time. They're going to make a play for him just like Tony Khan is going to make a play for him. But he would probably have to move to the States full time. And there are certain things he may not be able to do in WWE that he would have the freedom to do elsewhere. So this is going to be a very interesting situation to follow. Outside of CM Punk, who was fired by AEW and technically was a free agent, we have not had a free agent in wrestling of this magnitude, of this stature, in years. And everybody is going to want to make a play for Okada. It all boils down to what is important to him. Is it just the money? Is it the roster and the certain people that he might want to work with? Or again, how will his personal living situation factor into things? Nobody knows anything yet, only Okada knows. It's going to be a very big story to follow as we go along here in the early part of 2024, as well as how New Japan rebounds from this, because it opens up tremendous opportunity for other people on that roster and potentially for them to bring other people in from other promotions. You know, they've been working with people, someone like a Kaito Kiyomiya, one of the promising big young stars from Pro Wrestling Noah. He's been working quite a bit with New Japan, although he's not signed there. Do they make a play for someone like him? Is there somebody else that maybe people aren't talking about and aren't thinking of? So they're going to have a huge void to fill now on their side. But this makes things a lot more interesting as we head into WrestleMania. For future updates on this and other stories, keep it locked into SEScoops.com and the SE Scoops YouTube channel.